I felt not so bad. I felt kind of bad laughing. It's apparently it is a family name on her side. Her grandfather's middle name was True, and I believe,
really,
yeah, and I believe her great grandfather's first name was True. So the True was in the family.
So they have a legacy of weird names in the family.
There we go. Perfect. But he was definitely one of the most hated guys last week, and somebody started under his Instagram photo up there, because he didn't mention this, but he had a picture, like his last post, and everybody started with the I hopes, which is one of my favorite games to play. So they started with their I hopes about Tristan. So these are just some of the ones that I wrote, not just the ones that were on his Instagram, okay? The one was like, I hope every time you take a poop, the water splashes up on your ass. I hope every time you need the remote control, it's lost in your couch cushions. I hope you burn the roof of your mouth every time you eat pizza.
Yes.
I hope
nobody can hate on you because they're all very...
Well, anyway...
Nothing is very life-changing.
Do you know how many I hopes? He had like over 200,000 people messaging these I hopes to him. Oh. And I sent you the link. When you have time someday, just read through some of them because they are absolutely hysterical.
I did. They're funny.
So this is another one. I hope your internet is always buffering.
Yes, that is a savage hex to put on somebody.
Right.
Nobody, you can't live like that.
Right.
That's really hard to live with. Yeah.
Right. And then I hope every time you change the baby's diaper, they poop again.
Yes.
That's another one. So at any rate, this is just a small example of, I like this one I did. I hope you get 25 sales calls every day.
Every day.
Every day.
That would be a lot. That would be good.
So
I started watching the little psychic kid this weekend. Did you ever watch that kid?
Oh, I love him.
He's adorable.
Yes, he is.
Oh, I just want to pinch his little cheeks. Yep. And he's super rich now, and he's booked for like years, apparently. Mm-hmm. So, and he's got a little boyfriend now. But anyway, he, I guess I haven't seen the episode because I just started watching it. But I guess he read Khloe Kardashian a little while ago. And, I guess they were just talking about it over the last few days, how, basically, like, pretty much no future with her and Tristan. There was somebody else, like, there was a powerful...
Did they show this yet?
Yeah, this has already aired.
When?
Yeah, this aired a while ago. I guess, like, this is, like, an older episode. He's been on for a couple of years now.
Right, but she hasn't been with him that long, and do you want to know what?
Well, he did the reading.
He had another girl pregnant, and he cheated on her with Khloe while the other girl was like 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna have to go back.
That's karma right there, right?
Yeah, we're going to have to go back and watch the episode. Basically, He was telling her, you know how he is. He's very polite. He's very sweet.
Yeah.
He didn't come right out and say, but he was basically, alluding to the fact that she wasn't going to be with him for very long and that there was, like, somebody else that would be coming through eventually. So I thought that was really interesting because, I like the kid. I think he does a really good job.
And how was she?
I don't know because I did not see the episode, but, people started asking him recently that had seen the episode, did you foresee this?
Oh, I see.
Did you foresee this happening to Khloe? He said, he's like, honestly, yes. He's like, I saw, a very strong presence of somebody else in her future, and I didn't really see a lot going on with her and Tristan long term.
That's crazy,
so
right?
He kind of knew.
Yeah.
So,
he's
I thought
good,
that was
though, don't you think?
He is.
I think.
Yeah,
he's a medium, right?
I've done that on accident, but I have no idea how or why. But I can't do what he does. Yeah, it was weird. It was like a coworker's mom. It was really strange.
Yeah, so just right.
Yeah, not something I'm trying to develop or anything like that.
Right.
But,
that's not going to be one of your next unpaying jobs.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. Watch it just like burst through one day, and I'm going to be like, oh my god, there's dead people everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. I see dead
Yeah,
people.
but I like him a lot. I'm not so much a fan as the Long Island medium. I was watching her. I think she has some abilities, but I think his are better. So whatever. One school district has taken some interesting measures when it comes to deterring a school shooting at their school. You want to know what they've done? It's a school in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
A suburban school in Erie, Pennsylvania has passed out miniature baseball bats, 600 of them, to their teachers to protect them in case of a school shooting. These aren't they're not even full-size baseball bats.
It's like the kinds you get at a baseball game.
Yeah, like
the little mini one.
Yeah, like first 500 people to the park.
Yes. It's not even a Negan bat.
Yes, you could buy these on AliExpress for sure.
And so this is for the teacher.
They could be the district superintendent claims they could be used as a tool against an active shooter.
All right, is this the same school that gave the kids rocks?
No, this is
so Pennsylvania. They're nuts. Because
I think they both were in Pennsylvania.
Yes,
it's not the
and the other school armed the kids with
rocks and miniature baseball bats are supposed to stop a school. Not sure.
Pennsylvania, what is wrong with you? I'm ringing the bell.
Shame.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, in other semi-political news, an American boxer who was fighting in California in a very Hispanic town decided to wear boxing shorts with a wall printed on them that said American First when he was facing a Mexican opponent. So there he is in his stupid shorts. It says America First, and he's facing a Mexican opponent in a primarily. I
wanted to talk about really quick. This is a local story. Did you see the woman in Gates who bit the police officer when he was trying to arrest her?
Yes.
And then she started screaming, "I have HIV."
Yeah, she started. Yeah, she
yeah. Yeah.
So the guy's got to go through all this, treatment now just because she was claiming all that. And they're talking in the article about how remorseful she is and all this. And it's just like, what are you? I don't know if she has it or not, but.
Keep it classy, Rochester.
She bit him.
Yeah. Speaking of getting bit, the shark-infested waters where these people all got attacked.
Yeah, two people. Since you sent me, another person got attacked. And they canceled the surfing competition. They canceled this big surfing competition in Australia because somebody else was attacked, and it was just in waist-deep water.
Waist-deep water. Insane. And another person had to have his leg amputated. Yeah. After a shark attack. There's definitely hanging right in that area and waiting for these people.
Yeah, they're getting more aggressive, it seems like. I don't think I'd be going to Australia to go into the water. There's just been too much.
Australia does have a lot of sharks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they got the box jellyfish and all kinds
What's
of other
up with
stuff
those? What do they do? Because I haven't got bit by one of those yet.
No, you would die if you got bit by them.
All right.
They're the most venomous creature in the sea. They're all in Australia, most of them. So there was another dangerous animal on the loose in New York City. Did you hear about that?
No.
There was people quoted that there was a tiger on the loose in New York City.
Where?
On the streets of New York City, people multiple calls to 911 were reporting that a tiger was on the loose in New York City.
Does some nut job have it living in their apartment for all these years?
So, no.
Okay.
What happened was people are so consumed by their life in New York City that they have no idea about animals when they see them. It was a raccoon that was orange.
Let me ring the bell.
It was a ginger. It was a ginger
raccoon.
It
was a ginger.
It was a little ginger raccoon, and he was going through the streets in New York City. It was on Nicholas Avenue, Manhattan's Washington Heights neighborhood. The little guy was just going through there. They were mistaken that it was a raccoon, and unfortunately, their idiotic animal references brought an end to the tiger raccoon's life, because once it was captured by animal control, they have to put it to sleep.
Yeah,
because it was whatever. I guess raccoons are a high risk of rabies, but he wasn't even doing anything. He was just running around, little ginger raccoon.
Yeah.
Idiots thought it was a tiger, so now the little raccoon guy's dead.
And goodness,
it was a really big ginger raccoon.
Speaking about being, PETA-like, kind to a mouse that was loose in my garage.
No, you didn't. Did you try a humane trap?
Well, I got the have a heart, and I put that trap down. And I put a little peanut butter in the trap, and I did the little thing. And then I thought, if it's not going to go in there, I'm going to give it one chance. Okay?
Give it one chance. Yeah.
And if it goes into the half a heart...
Just like that Uber driver. Just like the Uber driver. Right. You gave him that one chance.
Right. Well, apparently, I decided I had sticky tapes. And I put the have a heart first, and then behind it, I put the sticky tape.
Oh,
so I still feel like I'm being humane because I'm giving it one chance. Either you go and they have a heart, or you're hitting the sticky tape next.
You should have gave him 1 day. You should have gave him a day grace period. Come on. The sticky traps are the worst. The sticky traps are the worst.
I'm going to alert you that I've checked and neither have...
nobody's
right. So maybe because you said that...
traps out. That's cruel. Yeah.
All right. So, but I thought it was...
You got to put a Reese's peanut butter cup in there.
I thought it was...
No, you're not. The sticky
trap... I'm giving it a chance. One chance, and then you go on...
Don't poison it, because I read an article this week that the owls are dying because people are using too much mouse poisoning, and then the mice are running away.
And they die, and then they eat them.
And then the owl's catching a live mouse that's full of poison.
Oh, all right.
All right. Well, I would like you to take those out. I don't inhumane traps. When I used to work at a movie theater, I was catching them like crazy. But the thing is you gotta take that little guy and you gotta take him far away, or he'll go right back in the garage.
Tracy had a little mouse in her house, and she got to have a heart, and she caught it. And the first time, she only walked to her sidewalk and let it go. And it ran right back into the house in front of her.
Right, runs right. Yeah, right. That's exactly what
So she catches it again, and they have a heart, and she said, you know what? I'm going to take it all the way to work, and I'm going to free it, because we have all these fields. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Kind of like behind the shop.
Very nice.
Behind the restaurant.
Really nice.
She brings it in, and she says, well, I'm going to release it. So she walks over by the grass. She opens up the have a heart and releases it. And this stupid little mouse ran the other way towards the concrete, and it ran out into the street, and a car drove by and ran it over.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shame.
That's bad karma. That's bad karma.
All that work to save this little mouse, and it ended up running into the road right before her eyes. She caught it twice, drove it all the way to the restaurant, walked out to the field, and tried to save this little thing, and this dumb mouse ran right into the road and got run over.
Yeah, but it's the thought that counts. Like in our house, my old house, we had like a storm drain in front of the garage, and one time the sump pump wasn't working right, so I got this big net, like a fishing net, and I'm scooping all these leaves out with it, right? And then I see like the leaves moving. I'm like, oh my God, what is that? It was a huge bullfrog. I don't know how long it was living in there. I mean, this thing was big. It was like the size of like a softball.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did that? Because like it couldn't get in there. It must have got in there when it was small. And then grew like big. It was like the monster. I don't know. So, but I took it.
It was like in prison its whole life.
Yes, it was like in like a. It was
you should have got a video of it when you freed it.
It was. I think I do somewhere. It was like the Man in the Iron Mask. You remember that movie where he was like in prison,
when the cows get free for the first time and they feel grass.
So I thought he deserved better. I put him in a little bucket and I took him down to Mendon Ponds, and I thought that was a really nice. Don't you think that's like the?
That was great.
That's like. Yeah, that's like, that's like the highest class you can get, I think, as a bullfrog is Mendon Ponds, don't you think?
Yeah, you took him right
that's like for housing. That's like high rent district if you're a bullfrog.
So he was living there, and he finally got to feel the grass.
If there wasn't all those leaves in there, I may have never found them. So, I know. We do the craziest stuff, I know, for the animals in our midst here. Which, honestly, did you listen to the audio that I sent you?
Yeah, I did. She was very kind. So let's tell a little bit about there was a plane crash.
Everyone, you probably heard by now. There was a Southwest engine blew up, and they had to land the plane, and suddenly, and there was a little bit of tragedy because somebody almost got sucked out the window. Mm-hmm. And Cindy and I were talking if we were on that, and somebody blocked the window.
Yeah, like I could have blocked that whole thing with my stomach.
Yeah, me and my ass could have blocked that window.
I saved everybody.
Oh, yeah, I can't even. You know why? Because my ass can't even fit in that seat, let alone go out that window. So
well,